Hi, and welcome to the Hoop Circle. Today's special guest is coming all the way from Toulouse in France, and it is the fabulous and incredibly unique Marianna de Sanctis. Hello. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's hot here, but it's okay. If I feel like ice cream, but it's okay. It's good.
You've been hooping since 2006, but you're not originally from France. Where are you from originally?
I'm Italian. I'm from Italy, south of Italy, exactly. Like the little city in the south of Italy, the small one. When people don't know, they know just for the sea and for good food, but not so much.
And why did you decide to move to France?
I was before in the north of Italy because I start the circus school. So I start there the circus school, and after I make like an audition for the circus school in France, and I'm arriving in Toulouse, and I fall in love with France in general because it's so different from Italy. So finally, I'm still here.
Nice. And how did you discover hooping? How did you get into hula hooping?
This is interesting. Yeah, this is because I started normally with jangling. I was like in this little meeting that people do together, and I just play in the street and everything, and just do like clubs, balls, ring, everything. And at some point I say, okay, I don't advance so much. What's up? It's so hard. And finally, one friend of mine, she's a hooper. It's Silvia Pavone. It's another Italian one that she lives in London normally. I don't know if you know her.
I've seen her perform a few times. She's amazing.
Yeah, her. She arrived in Italy with this big hoop, and she said, I was in London and discovered this one. When people, it's cold, they just play with that, and it's warm and everything. I remember this. And when I start with there, I find this so easy. Hoop, it's so easy. Like, yeah, my body reacts so well, I want to do that. So Silvia Pavone introduced me to the hoop.
Oh, amazing. And you're very much known for kind of having a very unique style of hooping. A lot of kind of very emotive hooping, using strange body parts like trapping the hoop in your hair and in your skirt. What is it that you love about hooping, and how do you use it to kind of express yourself?
This take me a long time to understand that I can't be like the other one, because I was so frustrated at some point that everyone do like 4 split, 5 split, multi ups, this. I learned everything, but even if I learn it, I never arrived to work with that. So I realized at some point that this was not me. I saw now it's like incredible how many hoopers is on Instagram or something like that. It's like a big television all the time. It's not finished anymore. It's not. But yeah, it's like I just realized that I can do the technique things really technical, and I was good too. But it was not something that give me emotion. Give me an emotion in the beginning when I learn it, because it was exciting, but at some points I don't find a way to express myself with that, because I need to take a pause to do the tricks. And I still see people do that, but this is something that this work for some people, for someone not. So I just decide to break my brain. I open, I put my brain out, and I do again something more similar to me. Stupid things, clowning, what I have my body. I have big boobs, or maybe I can use that. Maybe I can play with that. I have longer hair, maybe I can play with that. I like skirt, maybe I can play with skirt. So this was more me. I just watch me. I watch me real. Oh, this is me. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. And I think one of the things I love about your hooping as well is a lot of the time when you watch hoopers, they're just smiling and they're just expressing kind of being happy or being very sexy. And I love with yours, you express like frustration and like sadness, and just so the whole range of emotions is expressed watching you hoop, and that I think is really powerful.
Depend, because in some way I really admire the people that can do really positive with the hoop and really joyful and everything. And if you look a little bit on Instagram or something like that, people love the people that express joy and life, perfect life. Even if I express frustrating, I have admiration for people that maybe feel this way, but not from the rest of the world. But it's strange, no? It's like a real it's a deal with the to be an influencer. It's like if you want to be an influencer, you need to be or really particular that no one do what you do, or really happy. Your life is perfect. And I know that many people that look so happy, they are not. And when they post something really like a compassion, people get surprising, like, wow, why is how is possible? It's possible. People have frustration. So for me, it's not better of the other one, happy or be frustrating. It's just another side of humanity, just another things. Maybe I'm more social problem, but but by the way, people recognize themselves in me in something, and they love that. And of course, sometimes people recognize them in myself and don't love that, because I'm maybe sometimes I'm a bad mirror in some way. People see, oh no, this is too much, I don't want to see. So I'm okay with that. But I did a lot. I start with really angry or frustrating, and when I start to play on the stage, I realized that I can be clowning with that. So it's still frustrating, but people laugh. It's different.
Yeah, no, definitely. Did you study clowning when you were at circus school?
Yeah, a lot.
Ah.
Not exactly in the circus school. They teach a lot in Italy. They teach me a lot, like an acting. How you can acting on the stage. I can which way you can manipulate the object that you give some feelings to the other one, to find some originality. When I'm arriving in France, in Toulouse, they just move out everything from me and say, okay, who are you? Who you want to be? What do you want to say? Why you put 3 hoops and not one if you use just one? Or I ask me myself for everything, even if I have like I don't know, a glasses, I need to ask myself why I have glasses on the stage, why I keep this with me. So I learn a lot clowning, a lot. After circus school, I start to realize that I really need this part of my life to play with myself. I take me so seriously sometimes, and I really need to destroy this part of me. So.
Awesome. Oh wow. Um, and in terms of like the moves which you really enjoy doing, and are there particular moves that either you've come up with or you really like playing with that are some of your favorite things or favorite areas, like balance, juggling, trapping?
I love balance. This is my big problem. I love balance because it's something that you need to spend many hours on for 1 second. And this is good because in some way I feel all my body with the balance. People don't realize, but if you think an handstand, the normal one, no, when people do that, you need to think about shoulder, about your ass. If we see it like that, your shoulder and your back, how it is, in which way you have your knee, your feet. For the balance on the head, it's the same. You need to think on your shoulder, where is your head, where is your hands, where is your feet, how is your knee on the floor. So for me, it was a big revelation because I realized that I was really sensitive with my body. For me, balance is something really meditative because I'm with myself and I'm with me. But yeah, and after when I learned the static balance, I start to do dynamic balance because I need to move that. I discovered that, okay, now I know what this means, which way I can put this everywhere. So.
And how did you come up with, I mean, I remember when I first started watching your videos, because you're one of the people who's inspired me since I was like first starting hooping. And there was all the kind of 2 hoop trapping where you kind of step into the 2 hoops and then flip them over. How did you end up discovering that stuff?
You speak about body locks, right?
Yes.
Because this is this is a long story. I discovered this on 2010, exactly, because I make a mistake on my body with tube, and I realized that if I put my body into the tubes, they stay there, and they start to play like randomly. I never think about so much, and I feel myself. And when I feel myself and I watch again and say, oh, I can do that with this one. But I never call these tricks body locks. I remember that an American Hooper post a video where she say, Marianna inspired me with these tricks that I call body locks. I don't call this American people. It's fantastic for name. I'm so sorry to say that. Sorry, but I really admire them because they find a name for everything. Like I realized that I create a body locks, but I never can teach body locks because I don't know. So yeah.